Hello, Sara. Good to meet you.
Hello, so nice to meet you.
And thank you for coming on. Now, Sara's song is called Paskana, which, if your English translates to something a lot of us can relate to, I'm an effing wreck. It's a really emotional, huge song, Sara. But what was the process like of making that song for you?
It came quite quickly because me and all the people that were in the studio room had experienced that kind of feeling. It's about that kind of grief that may seem like selfish or childish to other people, like my world has stopped, why everything is still spinning around and everyone's living their lives normally, and I'm here stuck with this pain.
Yeah, I think we've all been there,
Yeah.
and I think that's why the song is resonant for so many people right now that are listening to it. Is I think it relates to a time I think everyone's gone through in their life where why is everything else going on around me and nothing is stopping for me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So you obviously aren't afraid to talk about difficult topics in your music. How do you, when you perform the song, get to a place where you can be vulnerable while you're performing, but staying in control of your emotions as well, getting that performance right?
When I'm in rehearsals, I try to leave all the pain and emotion and maybe crying in the rehearsals,
Yeah.
so then I can be strong enough in stage not to cry, so that doesn't like affect my voice.
I think most of us have been a Pascana at one point
Mhm.
in our lives. So if there's someone that's currently maybe in that place where they feel like the world stopped for them, what tips would you give them to help them get out of that and back to being better?
I wanted to say to people that it's okay not to be okay. Like you can be a effing wreck. Like
Hmm.
that's okay. It's part of the process when you're heartbroken or just lost someone. Like it's okay. We're human, not robots. Like you don't have to be ashamed of that.
Definitely. The song I think is all about accepting grief and not being afraid
Yes.
of it and actually
Yes.
embracing it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's
Definitely.
it's part of the healing is to be sad
Yes.
sometimes. No, I
Yes.
think that's beautiful. So for a lot of Europeans, Pascana is the first song they're hearing from you. You're quite big in Finland, obviously, but getting to do UMK is a sort of different level of fame around Europe. How would you describe the rest of your music to someone who maybe hasn't listened to you before? And who would you say you've been influenced by when making your own songs?
Hmm. So I released my first single on 2019 and my debut album on 2021.
Hmm.
I wasn't thinking, is everyone going to love it? It was just like I wanted to put it out. I really love soul music and
Hmm.
like that kind of James Bond dramatic vibe. Uh,
Yeah.
but nowadays, I would say that my music is soulful and dark pop.
But it doesn't feel dark as in depressing. It's sort of dark in the soundscape, and then
Yeah, yeah,
actually what comes across is sort of the emotionality of the song and the strength you have.
yeah,
I think it's a nice palette you work with. So UMCO is being held in Nokia Arena now in Tampere, which is a huge arena. I mean,
yes.
tens of thousands of people will be there watching it. How do you feel about being involved in this? Not just for yourself, because it must be huge for you, but also for Finnish music as a whole. It feels like a big moment for Finland.
UMK is getting bigger and bigger every year, and for me as an artist, it will definitely be a highlight of my career, like the biggest audience I ever sang to, and I'm so excited.
If you do win the contest, if you do get to go to Eurovision, what do you think you'll do? Who do you think you'll call? How do you think you'll celebrate? And what will it mean to you?
I think that I will cry, or
That would make
I
sense.
would cry, yeah,
I'd do
like
the same.
happy tears, and I would feel like so overwhelmed. And I don't know if I would call anyone because all the people that I love will be there, like my
Yeah.
family and friends and team. I would celebrate so much, and I will celebrate even though I didn't win.